independent hairline plant. Is that what you just said? So what needles are used in the S&P world? So this is a common misconception, and it comes from a couple different groups, and that's what's so unique about S&P. There's no reference book. The reference book is being written on S&P right now, and so the different groups that are kind of adding to the reference book are the permanent makeup women, the tattoo people, which are slight, and then the people who just doing S&P, and then maybe I'll throw the doctors in there as well. So there's with that is a couple different groups coming together and a couple different conversations going on. So the word micro is used a lot. Essentially what people need to know is the equipment, the needles that are used are 100% in every way the same that a tattoo artist would use. But what you need to understand about that is a tattoo artist would only use these needles if he's doing maybe a finger tattoo, something really small and intricate. So without saying the tattoo world too long, probably a tattoo artist wouldn't have too many of those small little needles in his bank, in his repertoire, because you're not going to make a lot of money, doing little intricate tattoos, right? Probably do something on the arm, the back, whatever. So, it's a topic that most people in the industry run from, the tattoo world. And so they'll put on the coat, the white coat, or, a doctor will just never use the word tattoo. They'll use the word like micro needles, pigments instead of inks and things like that. But nonetheless, there's no getting around. It's a piece of steel, a piece of metal, and it's a small size. There's only so many different ways you can reinvent that. And so the gauge size is definitely important. There's a couple of different gauge sizes that I use. In the S&P world, everybody's using either a single needle or a 3 needle. And what I mean by that, it's 3 pins that are soldered together to make one dot when it makes an impression, right? So a single needle and a 3 needle. I would say maybe 80% of the S&P world is using primarily a 3 needle, which is going to give you a slightly larger impression. It's going to pack more ink in. There's a lot to it. This is where the art really comes in. I use a single needle and a 3 needle on almost all of my clients. In any given session, depending on the canvas, depending on what we're trying to achieve, I'll kind of mix and match. But I have just a couple different sizes and they're small. Essentially what people need to realize out there, and we did this for years and years and years, is you make a couple of impressions with these needles and we match it up under a microscope and see what size needles match an actual hair follicle impression. And that's what we're shooting for. We're trying to match literally the same size as a real hair follicle.